What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a few weeks since I've gotten a video out. I'm in Arizona, so it's been just too hot to do anything. We're hitting record temps, 115, 117, crazy stuff. So it's just been too hot to film. We're catching a little bit of a break here, a little bit of a rainstorm. So we're doing a revisit video. If you're watching this and you're saying, hey, I've seen this before, this is another revisit video. I've been doing a couple of these, so as I buy things and I use them, I'm using them in real world situations. So I'm coming back and I'm just telling you what I think, just to kind of let you know if you should be buying one of these or not. So if you're interested in the first video where I kind of talked about this box, I'll put a link down below. So the consensus now, I've had this, I can't even remember, over a year now, year and a half. I hate this box. So this box is going away. I hate this box. It's, for what I do, it's a piece of junk. I should have never bought this box. Even in the first video when I did the review, I showed you all the problems that the box had, just even a few months after, 6 months after of having it. Let me clarify, I don't hate Montezuma. They make great boxes. I have experience with their boxes in the past. I worked at a job that had their large triangles on their service trucks. They are great boxes. This box is not a great box. I think they were trying to take a lot of their larger boxes and take some of the features and put them into this box. And for what I do as a mechanic, it failed. This is not a great box for a mechanic. I actually just yesterday found out a buddy of mine who's an electrician has this box. And he loves it. And even in that very first review video, I think I did mention that this would be a great box for maybe an electrician, a plumber, maybe a contractor. And he actually likes this box, so I'm selling this box. Maybe he'll buy it. I'll see. But he loves this box. And that's who I think this box is great for. So if you're a mechanic, this box is terrible. Do not buy this box. I watched a mechanic channel, and he recommended this box. And he's a mechanic. And I jumped in and bought it when I shouldn't have. YouTube reviews, guys. I mean, people say, oh, this is great, this is great, this is great. You know, until you get it, you're not going to know. So I jumped in and did what I usually don't do, and I bought one because most of his stuff is great. His videos are great. Who knows? He's probably getting paid by Montezuma. I don't know. I don't get paid to do any of this stuff. Nobody gives me this stuff for free. I bought this with my own money. So I'm bringing up the website here just to show you. Currently, this box is $149. I think it was like $120 just a week ago when I looked at it. So this is actually the one that I should have bought for $249. As you can see here, this has a bottom drawer, unlike the flip drawer that one has. This has a sliding drawer, room for a whole impact, and way better storage overall. So if you're a mechanic, I think this one's going to easily be best. I mean, even when I saw this one, I was very, very skeptical, and I was right. This is just terrible. But I mean, just judging by this one alone, you can see the pictures in here. It's got a pass through in the back to run a cord through. You can see here, this is live. Total different latching mechanism, which looks way. I know these are a lot better than what that has. I've used it on other Montezumas. But the socket storage is just way better. I like the bottom sliding drawer as well. You can see on this one here, has this flip drawer. I mean, I did this all in another video, but I'm just going to kind of go over this again. This here flips down. As you can see, this thing's a mess because there's nowhere to put anything in this stupid box as a mechanic. There's a lot of useless things up here. Like, everything hangs down too far, and then it just runs into everything else. So it's completely pointless from a mechanic standpoint. If you're an electrician, you can put all your screwdrivers in here. They have these like large, I don't even know what these large things are here. I'm assuming these are probably for like channel locks or something like that. I think what my buddy has in his is a large pair of channel locks. But I mean, this thing is just completely useless for a mechanic. I mean, I was on a job the other day and I had all these sockets down here. I'm like, oh, what? I'm sorry. I had all these sockets down here. I'm like, oh, what is this? You know, if you put this here, I've said in another video. So like these are standard size sockets. I mean, this nothing special. These are Craftsman. You put these here on this rail. Oh shoot, there's something in there. Forgot. 1 second. If you put these on here, okay, and then you go and try to shut this, it doesn't shut. It hits the door, and these probably bent because these are really flimsy too. So they probably got bent. But the other day I was trying to put these in here and shut it, and it wouldn't shut. I mean, if you press this down, it likes to flip back open. I mean, now it's probably worn down. I've kind of forced it down in there. But I had some other ones in here. Maybe it was that one. I don't remember. But I mean, now I think they're bent now because I kind of forced it down. These are pointed more up. Ooh, shoot. Yeah, these are pointed up more. These things are so flimsy. Like this, I almost just broke that right now, just trying to move it. These things in back here, this wrench one here, I don't know if you can see. This thing is bent. It had so much weight on it. You can see, I don't know if you, sorry guys. I don't know if you can see, but these are different levels. So you can see this one here is higher. These have all bent down from the weight of the wrenches. And these things here are so flimsy. I almost just broke that right now, just trying to, if you put deep sockets in here, I mean, unless you actually, if you keep these at the angle it comes with, you can't close the door. So these look like they've probably gotten bent down from me just forcing it. Because in the other video I showed you how you couldn't even close the door. There's probably marks on the inside. These things are just so flimsy. I mean, just paper thin. I mean, I think they were selling this originally for $170. This box is not worth $170. It's not even worth the $149 that they're charging for right now. This is probably a $100 box all day long. It's just, the construction is terrible. These wrench holder pins, I just bent that right now. They're trash. This is trash. These pegs are so flimsy. I mean, it's just unbelievable how weak those pins are. So yeah, if you're an electrician or a plumber, this is fine for what you're going to do. I mean, most electricians and plumbers are not even going to have very many sockets, if they're going to have any sockets at all. They're going to have more of, you know, screwdrivers, nut drivers, channel locks, wire strippers, you know, things like that. I was looking at my buddies, you know, and then down here you can't even store sockets, because if you try to store sockets down here, you know, everything gets in the way. This is just, I just threw all this in there the other day because I was so frustrated with this thing. I mean, I tried to put these crappy Harbor Freight organizers in there to try to have some kind of organization, but I mean, it is what it is. The thing is, I don't like this box. It's going away. So the box is going away. Hopefully I can get this other Montezuma one. I'm actually going to go back to the box I was using before this box, which is a Cobalt. So everything's going to come out of there. This is what I used to carry. And the reason why I don't carry this one anymore, I traded this for the Montezuma because this thing gets very heavy and it gets very full, and it's hard to organize. So I did have socket organizers up here, but it is hard to organize because, you know, when you start putting stuff in these drawers, it just piles and piles and piles, and you can't find anything. So I figured the Montezuma would be better because it has actual organization for wrenches and sockets. I had those plastic Harbor Freight ones in here. It did okay, but they slid around a lot and the sockets would always fall off. But for now, I'm going to have to start using this one again. It gets very heavy though. It does take up a little bit of a larger footprint than the Montezuma. So, I mean, but it is what it is. I can't use the Montezuma anymore. It's so frustrating. And the other thing is you can't, oh, here. Another thing, let me see. Nope, let me get this off of here. I forgot to mention with the Montezuma too. One of the other things that I hate about the Montezuma. Oh, this thing's so heavy. Okay. Okay, so one of the other things that sucks about this box, if you have your long extensions like this, you can't put them anywhere in here. So I needed some long extensions the other day for a job I was doing. So it's like trying to put these things in, you know, anywhere. It's just not organized. I don't like just throwing stuff in here. You know, I want a spot for all of this stuff, and then it's hitting stuff down on the bottom. It's getting stuck in sockets. I had a longer extension than this one. You can actually fit a fairly long extension in the Cobalt one. Do I have a measuring tape? So the Cobalt one is 20 inches. So 20 inches. This one's 14. So you can fit a pretty long extension in the Cobalt one. You can't hardly fit anything in this stupid thing. So yeah. So anyway, it's a rant. Again, nothing against Montezuma. They make great boxes. Just not this one. They just missed the bar. I understand what they were trying to do. They're trying to condense everything from their larger boxes down to one small one. But for a mechanic, if you're going to use this in like a mobile situation like I do, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's so frustrating. So it's going up for sale. It's getting emptied out. And we're moving on. Possibly the other Montezuma one I just showed you. And also the cart back there that I've also had in videos. That's also going away. It's the US General. I've done lots of videos about this one. So down there is a Husky top chest because there's not enough storage in this box. I actually had this box a long time. The 5-drawer cart hadn't even been invented yet when I got this cart. This was the only thing you could get. This is like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, however long it's been. So that's all they had at the time. So that's what I bought. And then I added this. I had this Husky top chest from another box that I just put down there. Some 2x4s to give me some extra storage. There's other guys on YouTube that have done something similar. So, but I'm running out of room on this thing. And the drawers on the Husky are just too small for what I need. So this thing's going to go away too. And we're going to upgrade to something else. I just have tools everywhere right now and nowhere to put them. So it's been very frustrating. So yeah, that's it. That's the Montezuma triangle revisit review. So, you know, I buy this with my own money so I can warn you and have you make an educated decision if you've been looking at these and wondering if it's going to work for you. If you're an electrician, plumber, maybe a general contractor, I don't really know. I know for electrician and plumber, this is probably a great box. So if you're a mechanic, it's probably not that great of a box. Not a lot of storage for things. A lot of weak, the pegs in there are weak, everything. So at this point, it is what it is. Lesson learned. We'll sell it. We'll move on. And if I get this other Montezuma box, you know, I'll use it. And then 6 months, I will put up a video about that one. So that's all I got for this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys.